friggin' clerics. Get out of here. Cause all Gambit. OP, baby. Let's go. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're all having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Today, we're in Alchemy Best of 1 with Boros Red and White Dragons. I know this isn't a new deck, but I wanted to make sure that everyone had the latest and greatest list while they're climbing those ranks this season. This is by far one of the most aggressive mid-range decks I've seen in a while. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the deck. Of course, in today's video, we're not only going to showcase the deck, the lists, the strategies, the synergies, but we'll demonstrate all of that within the gameplay footage and then wrap up with the newest segment of my videos, the daily card. Every single day, pulling a card from random out of the collection, throwing some nice sleevers on it, and showcasing it, talking about the history of the card, if there is any, and maybe showcasing some of the art. With that being said, make sure to like the video to show your support, subscribe to the channel for more great content just like this in the future on your YouTube feed, and yeah, breaking down Dragon's Gambit here. Boros, mid-range, white and red, 60 card, Alchemy format, average mana value of 3.3, signifying that, this definitely isn't an aggro deck, even though it performs like one. We do have 23 creatures in the build and 13 non-creatures with 24 land. Utilizing white for a few reasons here. The first and foremost isn't even a dragon. The Strict Proctor, a 1/3 with flying, and whenever a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability to trigger, counter that ability unless its controller pays 2. This is, it's just a good card right now in the meta. You know why. I probably don't even have to say it out loud, but for those of you who may be unfamiliar, and it'll probably key into you as soon as I say it, but the life gain deck, right? The clerics, they're ridiculous, and, it actually takes a cleric to beat the clerics, apparently. The Righteous Valkyrie, all of the life gain triggers, it's just too much, and this is literally going to stop them in their tracks, which is really cool. It's going to give you those turns to accelerate while they're hindered, and you can really get the advantage in that specific matchup. Not to mention, it is fairly good in the other matchups as well. There's a ton of ETB effects in the current Alchemy meta. Moving on from that, we've got Angel Fire Ignition. This is a sorcery speed spell for 3, putting 2+1/+1 counters on target creature. It's going to gain Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, and Haste until the end of turn. That's quite a list. Plus, we can replay it from our grave via the flashback for just 1 additional mana, a total of 4. Great survivability through the life gain, added damage through the trample, which is really cool, and you've got indestructible vigilance, so that body's still in the way for next turn, which is a lot of fun. This is being cast for free from the library, hopefully via Velomach's Lorehold for 7. This is a 5/5 with flying, vigilance, and haste. Whenever it attacks, look at the top 7 cards of your library, which is a decent amount. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value less than or equal to the Lorehold's power from among cards without paying the mana cost. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. This is great. This is a 5/5 that's going to go to a 7/7. Have the Vigilance already, I guess, but the Indestructible, which is really cool, the +1/+1 counters, and the lifelink will all be new to the Lorehold. And, now it's hitting again, and you're just casting spells for free from the library, which is really cool. Alchemist Gambit is another basically game-winning card here within the deck for 3. Cleave for 7, which we typically don't do, but you might need to. It's doubtable, though. Take an extra turn after this one. During that turn, damage can't be prevented, and at the beginning of the turn's end step, you lose the game. Exile the Gambit. We're getting in the air with so many 4/4s, 5/5s, 6/6s that an extra turn basically is just guaranteed lethal, especially if we have access to that Angel Fire Ignition to get through any blockers with that trample, right? Moving away from all of the white cards, our final will be Adult Gold Dragon for 5, 4/3 with flying, lifelink, and haste, right? So this is more survivability with the lifelink. It's, again, a 4 damage haste attacker, which is really cool. So those are all of the white spells incorporated within the deck. Actually, there's one more, sorry. Nidar, Selfless Paladin for 3/3 with Vigilance, and when it enters the battlefield or attacks Venture, you get access to the 3 dungeons, of course, which is really cool. Typically, I'm just going for the Fandelver. Scry 1, create a treasure. They lose 1 life, you gain 1 life, draw a card, right? That's kind of my playline there. But you can do whatever the situation calls for, of course. All right, so those are all of the white cards in the build. Moving away from that, our core focus here is dragons. Fearsome Whelp, a card you're all familiar with. For 2, a 1/1 with flying, and at the beginning of your end step, each dragon card in your hand perpetually gains. This spell costs 1 less to cast, which is really, really cool. So if we can get a Whelp out and have a handful of dragons, GG's, right? One of my favorite dragons will be the Town Razor Tyrant, a 4/4 with flying. When it enters play, target opponent's land will lose all abilities and must be sacrificed unless they pay 2 life, which is really, really cool for that consistent damage. Potentially playing the Razor for 3, maybe even as little as 2. And I think all of our dragons here can be played for 2, which is quite nice. We talked about the adult Goldspan. We have regular Goldspan Dragon in here as well. 4/4 for 5 flying haste. Whenever it attacks, create a treasure. Treasures now are sacrificed for double mana, which is cool. And then the Infernal Star, 6/6. Can't be countered flying haste. Pay 1 mountain. Give it +1/+0. If we can get its power up to 20, deal 20 damage to any target, which is incredible. And then we've got, of course, a little bit of removal. Dragon's Fire, 3 damage to any target. Creature or planeswalker, not a person, not any target. Mind my manners. And that's going to be cool. You can also select a dragon in your hand or in the battlefield to do damage equal to its power, which is nice. And we have the Infernal Star, which we can increase its power with red mana, which is cool. So the Dragon's Fire basically removes any creature or planeswalker. The Play with Fire, dealing 2 damage to any target here. If it was a player, you get to scry 1, which is quite nice. And then the Orb for ramp. We can also sacrifice it to look at the top 7, pulling a dragon card from among them into our hands, revealing it. The rest in the bottom and random, which is quite nice. So ramping the into our bigger dragons, and then we can sacrifice it later to pull a dragon to play, which is really, really cool. We have the Temple for consistency's sake alongside the Sundown Pass and the Needleverge Pathway. Den of the Bugbear here in as our creature or modal land to get us some extra damage in around the edges when we are tapped out with the extra turn, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's the deck, you know, no sideboard, playing best of 1. It's a really easy deck to play, you guys. The Fearsome Whelp, get that out as soon as possible. Try to prioritize it in your draw hand. It's also nice to have this strict Proctor here. And the only time I'm really playing the Proctor before the Whelp is if I have no other dragons in my hand to reduce, right? So it would just be a dead 1/1 flyer, don't care. Or if you know, they're playing a life gain deck. If I see a plains enter play, maybe even a swamp, I'm like, okay, you know what? Here's the Proctor, and you can have taxed ETBs, which is really going to slow them down and give you, like I said, that advantage early game to ramp into your mid-game spells, which should be more powerful than theirs, especially if you keep laying them in turn after turn after turn for reduced value. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like the video, show your support, subscribe to the channel, and enjoy today's gameplay footage. We'll be back to wrap up after that with the card of the... On the draw, I mean, the Orb is pretty cool. If we're playing against Clerics, the Proctor's pretty cool. Let's reveal it next turn. Orban plays nice. It's a good ramp. Maybe we pick up a Town Razor. Okay, they nuke it, make it treasure. Nice play. We do pick up the Razor, that's funny. Let's get in there. This is an ETB, right? Should we play it first? Set up our scry for the 4th land. Ooh. No, we still need the 4th land. It's a good card, but it's a little late, I feel like, almost. I'm so tired today. This is going to be quite the experience, I'm sure. Let's take the hit first, of course, right? Create that treasure token. Go to damage. Take it. Dr. Walry. Could be a hard counter here, though. Let's take that white source. They take the damage. They want the extra mana, which is strange because they've got the treasures. So here's an expressive iteration for 2. I'm assuming this is like a mill deck. Or just a liar deck. Hashtag Hullbreaker. Oh, Body of Research. Interesting. This is cool. Goldie out. This is a big hit. 11 damage. Dark Pool does an additional to 12. Any ETBs will kind of hush up here a little bit, hopefully. I don't know what they would be, but we'll deal with them. They don't sacrifice the land. Wow, down to 1. This is guaranteed a field wipe here, right? Body of Research. Do they fling it at us? Guaranteed they have 3 mana to fling this for lethal. You dog, we had him down to 1. Good game. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Get that fling in ya. That's pretty lucky of them to have. On the draw. Well, let's let it rip. I have faith. Let's not reveal our go-to first. It's a control deck. I hate that. We have so many whelps that I guess we could burn through them. Here comes a Walry. Get disrupted! Okay. Yep. I mean, they are tapped here at least. We should get this in play while we have dragons in hand. Alright. I mean, we are getting down and dirty here. Nice reduction on in-hand cards. Worried about a field wipe. Interesting. Don't really want to fold in too hard with our hand here. But at the same time, we should just go aggro city. We top deck a land with Golden. The plains as well, which means no interaction. Treasures are good for Inferno Star. Mass reduction on it as well. 2 damage through the land. That's actually working out okay. Because if they interact, you know, we get them. If they don't interact, they're dead. Alright, so there's that Doomscar. We knew. That's lethal. Nice. We could even thrown out another dragon, I guess. That would have been more effective damage base. But win's a win. I'll take it. On the draw, removal's cool, but it's like, You know, we're not playing anything, so that has to be a mulligan. So does this. Keeping 5 because we're not left with any choice. Yikes. Let's take our best attempt here. Alright. Gruel! Are they playing the Cutthroat turn 2? What's going on here? Naturalist? Okay. We should probably just slay it, shouldn't we? No ramping for you. There it is again. Just keep slaying it. I mean, I wish we had the orb out, but I'm not going to let them, you know, start to assemble before we've even started. Of course they do. I mean, the life gain's pretty cool, right? We'll probably throw a Goldie out first, though, to draw out the removal. Because the life gain is more important in an aggro-based matchup. Ah, it's just an orb. Dead card for them. Ooh, Liberator kills ours, though, when it attacks. If they want, they could have immediately sacrificed it, too. They're going to push into the class, probably kill the orb. Hopefully they can't auto-push tonight. Ooh, they get a Goldilocks. That's actually pretty good if they have a land. No. Well, that's pretty sick too, though, right?
I fight for humans and werewolves.
That's like outpacing the life gain that we have. Oh. Now that is helpful. Did we just gain lethal? I think we just won the game. LOL. No reach? We're good to go. Alchemist Gambit off the top, baby. Let's go! Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Such an amazing card within the Dragon's deck. Like, take an extra turn with a bunch of 4/4 flyers. Yeah, okay. Okay, we'll do. Alright, going first. You know, there's no whelp here. Let's see if we can win a game without it in our opening hand. I like having Veli here. That's something that we've not had the chance to play, and I just want to play it. Alright, Goldspan's gonna help play it on 6 instead of 7. I mean, we could combo in for 7, depending on what it is. Whatever. They're not going to play Righteous Valkyrie. Let's go. I'm glad we didn't wait. Yikes. I just have to take them down from 27. I know we're taking a massive amount of damage here, but we're gonna pull Kazol's Gambit, right? Wow. Big hit. Alright. Big money, big money, big money. We need Angel Fire, I guess. Probably that's better. If only they didn't gain 150 life there. We're dead if we don't. Dead if we do. Can we top deck another dragon? We have the orb to pull one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ayo! Real bear! Never didn't have it, ladies and gentlemen. Friggin' clerics, get out of here. Kazal Gambit. OP, baby! Let's go! Oh, that's a great time. Absolutely clutch orb pull. I like that. I like that a lot. On the draw, kind of like the hand. Like, it's not a whelp, but it's still pretty good. And we have removal. Blue land sucks though, let's be honest. I'm dying today. Oh my god. The show must go on though, am I right? Okay. This looks like we're having some issues. Issues have been confirmed. F. Can we get a big old F here? Arena client is totally fine. Don't worry about it. I do believe this is on my end. Rest in peace, Starlink. Well, that might be a shorter video for you guys today than typically, but if this is kind of where we're landing with today's internet service providers, you know, not really working out for us, then I guess that is really all I can do. I'll come back if we can reconnect, I suppose. How about that? Well, alrighty then. Dragon's Gambit is really everything you need. It gets the job done effectively, efficiently, really outpacing all of the other decks in the meta. The addition of the Strict Proctor really makes the Clerics matchup fine. It used to be the hardest matchup for Dragons because they've got these flyers, they become 4/6s. You know, they start stacking these Righteous Valkyries. You know, they're 6/8s now, and it gets worse and worse and worse because they have the Glasspool Mimic and stuff. So the Proctor basically ends all of that. We don't have to worry about it, and now we're free to dominate every deck in the meta, which is really just a ton of fun. With that being said, what did you guys think of the deck? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe to help support. And it's card of the day. Who could it be? I'm sure many of you can already tell. And I have an upcoming deck. Or actually, maybe it just came out. It's hard to say within my editing process. Omnath, Locus of Creation. Double sleeved, thanks to Titan Shield. Of course, you get 15% off if you use the code. Check out the link tree for more info. Be a beautiful holographic, no longer playable. But with that out of the way, let's take maybe a closer look at what we have going on for that card. If I can just, you know, coherently pull it up and get it ready. There we are. real-time movie production. Maya's distracting me, I'm gonna be honest. This cat starts going on the wheel, and I gotta take a peek-sees. It's like, all right, you can sit over here, Maya. We're gonna look at Omnath. If you're unfamiliar, it was originally 4 mana when it came out, which was so bonkers. So we'll talk about the original card and then the new digital-only edits. If you're unfamiliar, we can also talk about that really quick. So originally, for 4 mana, a 4/4, when it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Now, for 5 mana, I guess I have the original 4 mana one as well. That should make it better, right? You should still get to play this one. I think that's the one I've got, man. Anyways, draw a card. Now you'll scry 1, so that's far less value. Landfall ability triggers 3 times, each when a land enters the battlefield consecutively in the same turn. First up, gain 4 life, then gain 4 mana, and then deal 4 damage to target player and Planeswalker. Each player and Planeswalker you don't control, so if you were playing in Brawl, it would be very, very good. And this was fantastic. It was super broken. It costs an additional mana now. Instead of 4, it's 5. And instead of drawing a card, you scry 1. However, it's still absolutely busto. And I've got a really cool deck with this for Alchemy if you're interested. Again, I'm not sure if it's come out or yet or not, but stay tuned, take a look for it, and if it's not there, it'll be out there soon. And near mint, $11. That's pretty cool. 13 for the foil. Decent. So that's not too bad, considering you can really only play it in Brawl. And I'm not even... it's still Brawl legal? It must be Commander legal if it's not Brawl legal, right? But I'm pretty sure it would be. With that being said, we got some other info here. The artist is Chris Ron. You can check out his Twitter here if you're super interested in going through some stuff. Also, their own website with some really nice art if you're interested in that. And then Omnath Locus of Creation was the 4th iteration of the elemental creature. This time it's capable of wielding blue, red, green, and white mana, part of the upcoming past Zendikar Rising set. Omnath is a land-focused legendary creature that boasts several helpful abilities, several broken abilities, depending on how many lands you play each turn, right? So that's kind of some general info there if you're interested on Omnath Locus of Creation. That was card of the day. A beautiful monster that does not cooperate with my green screen. It almost makes it cooler. It's like he's electric. He's phasing in and out. LOL. So this was the Dragon's Gambit. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Give me some feedback on card of the day. Is it something that you'd like to continue to do, or you're like, man, what is this? Skipping to the next video already. Let me know, comments below. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Have a magical day. We'll see you soon in the next. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out. Bye-bye.